High School in Sparta, New Jersey at Castles Field for Pope John Lions JV Lacrosse. Mike Formasano along with you calling the second half between the Pope John Lions JV Lacrosse team and the Sparta JV Lacrosse. Sparta leads 2-0 as we start the second half. Sparta are going to be in their dark blue jerseys with powder blue trim and the white numbers with white helmets. And they're going right to left. Pope John in the white jerseys with blue Pope John across the front and gold numbers on the front and back. And blue shorts with the gold lion and then the golden domes, the golden helmets. And they're going left to right on your screen. 2 goals late in the second quarter by Sparta has given them a 2-0 lead. We start up the second half. Mike Marston will take the draw, number 19 for Pope John. On the field right now, number 13, Justin Perella. 29, Aiden DiLivo. Number 26, Chris Sabella. 10, Vic Fiore. Number 18, Evan Wyatt. And on defense, number 50, Sutton Fullwood. Number 24, Zach Cash. And number 28, Jacob Post. Pope John has it as they win the draw. Here's Evan White. The pass out to Perella. Justin Perella. Look at the race in there. Pass across to DiLivo. Just goes underneath his stick and out of bounds. It'll be Sparta ball. Spartans lead 2-0 here in the beginning of the third quarter. Fiore with a hit now. Another on number 13 for Sparta, but he gets a pass off. Here's number 32, guarded by Amir Young. Young out there for the Lions as well. Young's able to steal it away. Good job by Amir Young. Young with the long pole. Trying to get around number 18. He's being double-teamed back there. He avoids them. Good move by Young. Now Young, timeout. We got a timeout called on the sideline, so we're going to take a quick timeout as well. Just underway, third quarter. 2-0 Sparta, but Pope John with the ball. I'll be right back after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Sparta High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lions JV Boys Lacrosse. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's game. If you're just joining us, you missed the varsity game, which was before this at 4 p.m., and the Pope John Lions varsity team scored 7 unanswered goals to come back and win over the Sparta Spartans. Final score was 8-4. And now the JV team looking to come back on their own here against Sparta JV. They're down 2-0, so not as big a deficit. It was 4-1 when the varsity came back, but 2 goals done the same. Here's a shot by Clifford. He scores! Connor Clifford into the bottom left corner of the net. And the Lions get the proximate goal to cut it to 2-1. They cut the Spartan lead in half. Connor Clifford with 8:30 to go in the third quarter. So we're just underway. Pope John gets on the board on a shot by Clifford. And now 2-1, Sparta over Pope John. So Pope John JV looking to stay undefeated. They are 2-0 on the season, having defeated Riverdale 7-0 and Immaculata 7-3. A lot of late goals in both those games, so maybe it takes a while for Pope John to get going, but they eventually get the engine roaring, and hopefully that goal by Clifford will start it up. Here's number 15 by Sparta, pass to 13. 13 to pass into 10. It pops out of his cross. It's in the midair. Hull reaching over from his crease is able to smother it, and he passes it out to Marston. Mike Marston into Sparta territory. Passes it over to Fiore. Fires. Score! Vic Fiore ties the game. And Pope John comes back from a 2-0 hole. It's now 2-2. Vic Fiore finds the back of the net. And Pope John, like that, back to back. They tie this game 2-2. The goal comes about 7:20 to go in the third quarter. Boom, and then boom. Pope John ties it up at 2. It's funny, you hear those stories all the years. Well, this team's a good second-half team. Well, Pope John JV is a good second-half team. They've proved it over the past 2 games, and they're proving it again today. Here is Mike Marston. Pass off to Andrew Galat. Galat gets it over to Hayden Marshall. Marshall on the left wing. Marshall's got a varsity goal this season. He scored against Riverdale. Here's Wyatt. Pass in to Steve Leonard. Leonard on the right wing. Now over to Wyatt. Evan Wyatt's got number 17 from Sparta on him. Wyatt making his break. Pulls back. Pass over. It looked like Marshall. It's Andrew Galant. Now over to Marston. Back to Wyatt. Evan Wyatt takes the pick. Pass over. Galant off of Marston's stick over Steve Leonard's. It goes out of bounds. This is going to be Sparta ball. So bad break for Pope John, and Sparta will start up. Lions have come back to tie the game at 2. We got 5.5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Number 13 racing up the field, gets past number 12, Nick Michello. Now 17, the pass over to 8. 8 on the right wing. Now to 26. Over to 17. "12 racing toward the middle of the field. Leonard on him. "26 with the pass to 17. Evan White coming out to meet him. Gives him a tap. Shot by 17. Score. Right into the middle of the net. He had Hull leaning towards his left, and when he leaned a little too much, 17 put it into the middle of the net, about 2/3 of the way up. So 3-2, Sparta leads, with the goal coming about 4:35 to go on a running clock in the third quarter. 3-2, Spartans over the Lions in the third. So Marston will take the draw again against number 26 for Sparta. We got Marston with number 18 Wyatt on his right, number 17 Connor Clifford on his left. Marston wins it. He's able to scoop it up, trying to keep the defender at bay. Number 30 who's trying to shake it loose. Marston with it. Pass to Wyatt, number 18. Wyatt over to Clifford. Connor Clifford. Down low to Marshall. Hayden Marshall on the back line. Gives it to Gallant, number 22. Up to Marston, now back to Wyatt. Evan Wyatt looking to break in past 26. Wyatt fires! Save by number 33 for Sparta. And Clifford's able to take it before it goes out of bounds. Here's Connor Clifford back to the middle of the field. Clifford racing in, looking to fire. He holds back on it. He elects to pull it back and go over to the left. On the far wing now. Clifford motioning for Wyatt to move in. 2:42 to go, third quarter. Sparta 3, Pope John 2. Clifford pass down low to Michello. Michello to shot. Safe. He gets his own rebound back. Michello over to Marston. It's on the turf. Now Michello with it. Nick Michello taking swipes from number 23. Marston gives it over to Marshall. Marshall to Gallant on the left. Wyatt back to Clifford. Clifford up top. He's got number 22 on him. Clifford breaking in on the left. Takes the shot, deflected. It goes over to the goalkeeper. It was bouncing towards Michello, and before he got there, 33 gets that big fishing net out and snags the ball away. Now number 8 for Sparta. That's what it looks like. It's like something you would go shark hunting with. Ball rolls out of bounds. It's going to be Pope John possession. I mean, first, if you saw the goalie's lacrosse sticks, you put that on the wall in like a whaling museum or something like that. Wouldn't you think it was like an old-time fishing net? Michello chases after it. Now Gallant picks it up on the right side, goes behind the Sparta net. Here's Clifford on the left. Clifford being tapped by number 2. Pass in. Now to Marston. The shot. He scores! Marston just inside the left post. I wasn't sure if it bounced past or not. And I saw the net move. And it had just snuck inside the left post. Mike Marston, with about 45 seconds to go in quarter number 3, ties the game once again for Pope John. We are deadlocked, 3 apiece. So now Amir Young out to take the draw for Pope John. Substitution for Mike Marston, who just scored. 18 seconds to go in the third. And oh, no, they stopped the clock. Here's the draw. Young loses it. He moved it back towards him, but when he tried to scoop it up, 13 stole it away. But Gallant has it now, and we get 9 seconds to go. He races in. The pass over, shot by number 25, John Brugna, and he shoots it over on a bounce shot. He put it over the crossbar. So it bounced over the crossbar, went out of bounds. Sparta was going to recover, but there's the buzzer for the end of the third quarter. We are through 3 here. So 3 is your magic number, by the way, if you want to play the lottery tonight. At the end of the third quarter, 3-3 is your score. Sparta and Pope John after 3. We'll be back for a 10-minute fourth quarter right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Sparta High School at Castles Field for the start of the fourth quarter between the Sparta Spartans and the Pope John Lions JV teams in boys lacrosse. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's action. Pope John 2-0 in the season, and they have come back to tie Sparta twice in the third quarter. They deadlocked the game at 2, and then Mike Marston scored to make it 3-3 after Sparta had taken the lead again. So now 3-3 to start the fourth quarter. Pope John going right to left in their white jerseys, and Sparta in their blue, and they're going left to right. Please join us on the channel tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Pope John softball. They'll be at it against West Morris. That's at 4 p.m. from the softball field at Pope John High School. And then it'll be Pope John boys lacrosse, varsity and JV, Saturday morning, 10 a.m. against the Highlanders from Governor Livingston. Here's the face-off. Marston back out there. Ball's on the turf. It's loose. Steve Leonard trying to scoop it up. Still loose, and Sparta will recover. Number 27, but he takes a hit from Leonard. Marston swiping away. 27 coming in. It's loose. He picks it back up. Leonard with a hit. And now Vic Fiore as well. Number 8 on the right wing for Sparta. Just underway, fourth quarter. Now on the left. Number 22 with the shot over the crossbar and out of bounds. Sparta's closest. Nice hard shot by 22, but it sailed over the crossbar. 9-10 and counting here, fourth quarter. Here's number 12 with it on the left wing. We got a whistle. And it's against Sparta. It'll be Pope John possession. So the Lions will take over with less than 9 minutes to go. Vic Fiore races over to pick up the ball. We'll start up. Hull is the goalkeeper on defense right now. Andrew Jesamaria along with Vic Fiore and number 24, Zach Cash. Jacob Post takes a hit, keeps going. Post racing into Sparta territory. The shot, score! Jacob Post into the right side of the net. And Pope John takes their first lead of the afternoon. 4-3 Pope John. What a goal by Jacob Post. So the goal comes with about 8.5 minutes to go. Post got the ball just beyond the midfield line. He raced into Sparta territory, was able to avoid the defense, and got right close to the goal. Smoked it home past number 33 on Sparta. 4-3, Pope John takes the lead, looking for the weak sweep on the crosstown rivalry renewed. You had the varsity and JV and softball defeat Sparta both times, and now you had the varsity and lacrosse. We'll see if JV can complete the 4-game sweep. Not that anybody's really counting on the records between the two. It's more important to get a win. But so here's Hull. Pass out the Post. Post down the field. He hits Zach Cashed with it. Cashed. Pass in to Perella. The shot off the post. Is that the third post that Perella's hit today? Wow. Perella hit a post right before the end of the first half, and I thought he hit another one. Now, it may have been the save, it may not have been, but if that's the case, that's the third post he's hit. He's at least hit 2. What are the odds? Pass by number 25, John Brugner, out of the reach of Chris Sabella. And so it goes out of bounds. Sparta will take over with 6:37 to go. Wow, what a killer for Pope John. Perella hitting at least 2 posts, if not 3. Swipe by Clifford. Now won by Brugner. 17 holds on to it. So as of right now, Jacob Post has the game-winning goal. If that holds true at 4-3. Here's number 29. Pass in. Steve Leonard steals it. Leonard has it. Pass back to Hull. Hull will give it to Post. Falls out of his cross. He picks it back up. Post with the long pole pass. Up the field to Fiore. Fiore on the far sideline. 5:45 to go, fourth quarter. Pope John has their first lead of the game at 4-3. We have a whistle. It's a turnover. It'll go over to Sparta. Clock down to 5:30. Ball bouncing in Pope John territory. Amir Young racing after it, and he retrieves it. Young will pass it out to Fiore. Takes a hit from number 13. And then again. Now Fiore. Stolen away by 13 for Sparta. Here come the Spartans into Pope John territory. The pass in, the shot. Save! Hull! Wow! What a save on point-blank range. And now Post passes it up to Marston. Number 23 for Sparta. Here's number 26. Pass to the right to number 8. Now in front to 10. He takes a hit from Zach Cash. And Post steals it away. Good hit by Cash. Cash trying to pick it up. It's loose. He goes to number 10 who gets flattened. But before he gets hit, the whistle was a turnover on Sparta. This is going to be Pope John ball. It's either that or a timeout. Both teams are heading over to huddle, so it may just be a timeout. 4:23 remaining, fourth quarter. We'll take one as well. 4-3, Pope John, with 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Sparta High School. We're at Castles Field, and it's the Pope John Lions JV Boys Lacrosse team taking on Sparta JV. Mike Formasano along with you calling today's game as the JV Lions lead Sparta JV 4-3. Jacob Post with the go-ahead goal here in the fourth quarter. Sparta has the ball. We're going to start out with 4:23 to go in the fourth. Number 22 with it for the Spartans. The pass over to number 10. Now over to number 8. Pope John defense in tight around their goal. Number 29 with it, Post defending. 29 with the pass out to 12. Fiore right on him. Couldn't get the shot off. 26 back to 12. The shot goes wide and out of bounds. It went wide left. So now number 29 will start back up. Pass out to 12. To 26 now. Back to 12. 26 and 12 playing pitch and catch. 26 fires over the crossbar and out of bounds. Who may have gotten a piece of it. The Sparta will start up again. Number 29, Post defending. Bounce pass over to 22. The shot, score. Number 22 took the bounce pass from number 29 behind the net and then bounced it in past Owen Houle. And we have a tie game again, 4-4. So Sparta ties things up with 3 minutes to go. Number 22 with the shot that bounced past Owen Houle. We're down to 2:45. Marston out to take the draw. A crucial face-off between Marston and number 13 for Sparta. Here we go. Ball's loose. Scrum for it, and Vic Fiore comes in to snag it away. So Pope John with possession. Great play by Fiore to get in there, realizing the ball was loose as Marston was fighting with the Sparta centerman. Now, here is Marshall out to White. The shot wide left, and Pope John's closest. D'Olivo and Marshall both closer than the Sparta players. 2:05 to go, fourth quarter. Here's Hayden Marshall with it. Less than 2 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Here is Mike Marston. Pass to Clifford. Pope John's undefeated record on the line. They're 2-0. Can they go to 3-0? Clifford with the shot. He scores! Connor Clifford, his second of the game. And Pope John takes a 5-4 lead. The goal comes with 1:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Pope John 5, Sparta 4. So now Marston will take the face-off. And Pope John's dream of 3-0 is still very much alive now. Minute 5 to go. They lead by 1. Here's the face-off. Marston wins it cleanly. And Pope John with possession. And that will go far into helping them hold on. Sparta's going to pull out all the stops now. 26 swiping away. Trying to knock the ball loose. The pass over to Vic Fiore. The whistle. Turnover on Pope John. It goes over to Sparta. Wow. I didn't see that. Here's the pass by 15. It's loose. And number 8 for Sparta picks it up. The pass over. Shot, score. Wow. That quickly. And Sparta's able to tie the game at 5 with 25 seconds to go. I just didn't know where that turnover came from there. And the Pope John bench was screaming about it. Well, the referee's giving the ball to Sparta, and they were able to get the ball downfield, and they tied the game with 25 seconds to go. So now the clock stopped. We'll have a face-off at center field, 5-5. Now the dream of 3-0 doesn't look so sure. It can change quickly. Now, JV, I don't know if there's going to be overtime. We'll see. And maybe sudden death. I know in varsity there is, but 25 seconds to go. Here's the face-off. Marston trying to win it. It's loose. Number 13 scoops it forward. Fiore's able to take it, but it's knocked back out of his stick. Call for Pope John. Infraction against Sparta. 10 seconds to go. They've got a rush. Here's Clifford. Clifford racing up the field. 5 seconds. 4. Clifford looking to pass it in. 2, 1. And he runs out of time. So Clifford breaking towards the net, trying to get in. And he can't do so. He ran out of time, and that's the end of regulation. So we'll wait and see if there is going to be an overtime. Players going back to their respective huddles. No, they're not setting up for a handshake, so I believe they're going to have an overtime. We're tied at 5 here. The Sparta girls soccer team heading, or is it soccer? Heading on the field, so I think they're trying to figure out if there's going to be overtime or not. Girls are telling them it's our time. Well, the coach is telling them to hold off for a minute. I think they're going to try and get an overtime period in, so. Referee's discussing it. Sparta tied the game with 25 seconds to go. Number 22 with the shot past Owen Hull. After Connor Clifford had given Pope John a 4-3 lead. Or 5-4 lead, I should say. It's tied at 5. They put 4 minutes on the clock. So I'm going to think they're going to have at least a 4-minute overtime period. Most likely sudden death. So, all right, now Pope John going left to right and Sparta going right to left. Pope John in white, Sparta blue. Hull heads back to his net. Number 33 to his cage for Sparta. Marston will take the draw against number 13 for Sparta. Here we go, start of overtime. 4 minutes on the clock. I don't think there's any guarantee about a second, so they're going to at least try and get this overtime in. Here we go, face-off, and it's won by 13. 13 races in. The pass down low to 6, the shot, score. 7 seconds in, and Sparta scores to make it 6-5. And that's the end of the game. Sudden death victory for Sparta, and they ruined Pope John's perfect week. Well, Sparta wins over the Pope John Lions. Final score in overtime, 6-5, Sparta over Pope John. The Lions dropped to 2-1 on the season. They will look to get back at it on Saturday as they take on the JV squad of Governor Livingston. That'll be after the varsity game. So a good effort by Pope John to come back, take the lead, and they were close. Connor Clifford has scored to make it 5-4, and they were within 25 seconds of winning. But Sparta got a call and then got the ball downfield, scored to make it 5-5. It went to overtime. Number 13 won the faceoff, passed it off, and the game-winning shot passed Owen Hull. Your final score, Sparta 6, Pope John 5. Please join us tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. at the softball fields, as the Pope John Lions softball team will take on West Morris. Pope John and West Morris at 4 p.m. tomorrow from Pope John High School. And then Saturday morning, 10 a.m., Pope John will take on Governor Livingston. The Highlanders come in, varsity and JV. It'll be the varsity game at 10 a.m., JV after, and we'll have coverage of that. So, for everyone here at Sparta High School at Castles Field, it's Mike Formisano saying thanks for joining us. Final score, once again, the Sparta Spartans in overtime defeat the Pope John Lions 6-5. Have a good night, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow for softball and Saturday for boys lacrosse. Have a good night.